Have you been looking for ways to stream directly from any one of your mobile devices to your PC without having to bother about so many different gear? Or you're looking for how to stream that your PS5 with pretty much cheap capture card and just get your gameplay out there into Streamlab OBS and not bother too much about different settings, but run you through everything. So if that's what you're looking for, then you're definitely in the right place. I'm going to walk you through some easy steps on how to set up your Streamlab OBS and your scenes quite quickly, run through your settings and what each and every one of them mean, and how to stream full HD on 60 FPS right now. Let's get into it. All right, so definitely one of the first things to do at this point in time, I'm assuming that you already do have OBS Studio set up. If you do not have that, you can just open any single one of your browsers right here and just type OBS and search on Google. You see, it's just basically obs.com. So whether you're using Windows, Linux, or Mac OS, you can just pretty much download that. I'm going to be demonstrating on the Windows, but it should be pretty much the same process to get that set up. So another software that we need to download is the APower soft. Now what this does is or should I say APower mirror. I'm just going to type APower mirror. That's a software by APower. So just download this. Also, this is available for both Windows and Mac, and you can just download that. But since I already have that, I'm not going to be downloading it. And you see it right here. So I'm just gonna so you see what it looks like off the shelf. All right. So this is what it basically looks like off the shelf, and it just looks like a regular phone that just comes up on your screen. And this is pretty much the first step towards getting that connectivity. Now, so I'm just going to go into the settings and just show you. Pretty much these are the things that you need to sort of like worry about when you're going through, just setting up. Now, this software basically allows you to connect your device, your smartphone, just with the USB alone, and it detects it automatically, and it gives you that 1080p full HD as well as 60 FPS. All right, so you get all of that. So just remember to set this as 1080p, but if you don't want that, you just want 720p, you can also just set that to 720 if that's your preference. But this is really important. You can also just set this to high speed mode or compatibility. At this particular point in time, this hasn't really mattered for me so far. You can also set this to max FPS. Yeah, that works. If you get a black screen, set this to compatibility. If not, just set this to high speed mode. And then max FPS, of course, you don't. If you're playing games, you want to give your audience that 60 FPS gameplay showing up on their screen. And yeah, render mode, you want this for high speed, or if you set it on compatibility, you want to do 3D. And landscape mode probably enabled if you have VIP or not, but that has never really mattered to me either way. Right, so the next thing you want to do is pick up a USB here, connect it to your laptop, and I'm going to be using my iPad right here. And I'm just going to connect it directly to this. And it should come up at any second, and you should be able to see my screen. The first time you do this, it probably says trust. And it should just change right now. And I'm going to be able to show you that. All right, so the first time you connect, it obviously asks you to trust, which you would probably see on your screen if you're doing that right now. So just click that trust button. You can just come here directly to APower. So you need to download from, if you're using Android, it's pretty much the same step. You just need to go to your Apple Store. The icons quite look similar, and just search for APower mirror, and just download that. And you'll be pretty much good to go. All right, so once you've done that, you see it pretty much gives that really smooth gameplay, and you can just come to OBS. Now, this is the other part that's really cool. So the next thing you want to do is to get that screen into the system, right? You want to get that, you want to get, this right here into your display and in OBS. So just come over here and select Windows Capture, All right, I'm just gonna call this iPad, and so you want to select a power live stream, and now we can pretty much just turn off our display capture and just stretch this out as much as it can, as much as it possibly can, and voila, there you go. You have your entire display. We can now start anything. I'll just start PUBG right here. And this is the same process for Android, whatever it is, to just get your gameplay up and running and be able to show all of that. Yeah, like I said, it's pretty much the same process for anything out there. All right, so now we've gotten to this point where we have been able to take our gameplay and show it all up on OBS. We've been able to get that. I'm just going to spectate someone so we can see how that entire thing works. Let me show. Okay, the person is in a room. Just going to spectate someone so we can take a look at that. Another thing that you want to do, as you can see, the sound is already coming in. We can hear the sound. It's looking good. We can decide to play ourselves. It doesn't really matter. But for now, I'm just so we keep this video in, you know, all about you. I'm just gonna reduce that sound a bit for you guys, so I can still hear it really loud, but you guys can't. All right. So the next thing you want to do, assuming you had some amazing graphics that you wanted to import into OBS. Now I'm not going to show you how to create those graphics. There are many different softwares that you can just use, whether it's Photoshop, to create your entire layout and all that stuff, whether your layout is landscape or vertical or horizontal, whatever it is. But I'm just trying to show you how to work with your OBS, not designs and all of that stuff. So let's assume you already had like some lovely graphics, and so I'm just going to show you how to import that right now. You can just go directly here and let's say just pick any one of those graphics. I'm just going to pick this. Just going to pick this. Now all I need to do is just adjust it. Okay, so let me just adjust it right there and adjust the size. Okay, as you can see, and adjust that size. I can take this back. Okay, and sort of bring my video capture, which is myself, all the way up here. Now I can decide to put my iPad back in focus. Okay. And also now stretch that out. All right, I can stretch that out. Now I can decide to make my to just move my iPad all the way front, and then readjust this again. Readjust that some more. I can import another picture, or should I say just import another graphics. I'm just going to import something else to cover that bottom. Okay. So import something else. Move that all the way down. And now that I've sort of moved that different thing down, you can see now all of a sudden we've created this layout as well as gameplay for gaming, and we have all of that now set up. All right, so the next thing you want to do is to get that quality gameplay or whatever it is all the way up. Yeah, I'm just gonna bring back my display capture so you can. All right, so now that I sort of brought up my video capture, the next thing you want to do is to go to your settings. I'm gonna just turn off my video right now. To go to your settings, and this is mostly for streaming. So these are the things that you sort of like need to take note of, right? So you want to go to your settings right here, and I'm just going to make this big enough. All right, so you want to go to your settings right here, and you want to make sure in your stream in Windows. So let's say you were going to your YouTube, for example. You need that stream key, and one of the places you could get that, and I'm going to show you quite quickly right now. All right, so you go to YouTube, you click on Go Live. And right here is where you see that stream key, and you can just basically click on copy right now, which is copied it to your clipboard. Go back to OBS, and you can just copy and paste it right here. It's pretty simple. It's just like that. The next thing you want to look at is your output. Now, this is extremely important for a lot of people. For me, I just pretty much just set this to, 5,000. Now, my encoder, usually I have options to select from, but I do believe at this particular point it just has defaulted for me to NVIDIA. But you want to make sure if you're getting that output that you're setting, you're pretty much setting your best GPU. But for me, it's just selected NVIDIA. I have an NVIDIA 1070 GTX on this particular system that I'm using right now. Yeah, the next thing you want to do is set the bitrate. I set mine to 5,000. Depending on your internet quality, you might want to test that out a bit. I set it on max performance and profile to high. Now, for audio, you just want to, your mic is probably what you should be concerned with. I have like a Yeti mic, which you can see right here. So I just obviously set my mic to that. And for video, this is also another important aspect. Because my recording is already active, I can't change any of these things. But you can see that because I'm recording with OBS right now as we speak. I set it to bilinear fast and the FPS to 60. And then if you want some delay, you can just come over here to stream delay and set that. You can put as much seconds. 180 seconds obviously is 3 minutes, and that's all. And then you apply, you click OK, and you're good to go. All right, so those are my easy steps on how to set up your entire OBS using just a simple USB and whatever device you have, whether it's an iPad or mobile phone. Just connect directly to your system and begin to share that your mobile gameplay, and yeah, just have fun with it. So even if you're worried about microphone, you can simply use the mic off your system, or you can decide to get one of the cheap microphones. I'm gonna leave a link in the description somewhere, and yeah, you can just use all of that. All right, so if you do like the content that you've seen so far, do remember to hit that subscribe and hit that like button. It's your boy Fire, and I'll see you in the next one.